I'm Elinor Silverstein, and today I'm having a longer version talk with Frederick Schjang about Mia Segal. And I was telling him how I knew her since I was 19 years old, and then after my Amherst training, and then before she ended up with some health issues. And Frederick met her after and spent a concentrated amount of time studying and learning and spending personal time with her. So talk a little bit about what we were just saying so people can get to hear this.
Sure. Mia, as many of you know, worked independently. She, in fact, started out working independently. She was there with Moshe as his apprentice. And so she wasn't enmeshed in what other Feldenkrais practitioners were doing necessarily. And so that was a different perspective that she allowed herself to have. For example, something that really shocked me, those of you who are Feldenkrais practitioners will know what I'm referring to, is we spent a day or more working only with soft tissue. And I said, wait a minute, this is Feldenkrais method. Are we allowed to do that? And it was wild to see her do that. I was like, this is really interesting. We can do Feldenkrais and work with soft tissue. Some people have been doing that since then, David McPherson and some others as well. But that really blew me away, and I'm looking forward to being able to present that to you when I see you during the conference. That's one. Also, I told her about having spent some time with Yohanan in Israel. And she said, well, what did you learn from him? And I told her, and she said, that's great. That's really great. Let me show you how I do it. And so she did, and we did things in FI that were fabulous. And her self-use was so unique, so perfect, and totally unique. First of all, as many of you know, she only worked on the floor when doing FI. She just said, I don't need to be up on a table. So she did that. But when I was seated in a chair, she did work with her hands on my head that absolutely blew me away. And I thought, can we put those together? Soft tissue, hands on head. What if we take it another step forward and do something I'm calling working with the imaginary practitioner? What if you are in a situation where you imagine Mia's hands or a practitioner's hands on you? You'll use your hands, you'll imagine it, and then you'll see what happens. And by the time we get to this in the workshop, you will learn to you will learn to own the nervous system, both your own and that of the imaginary Mia or the imaginary practitioner, see how they use their weight, which of course is created from your brain, so that you create like a dance in the movement, and it's absolutely extraordinary. So one way that I'm looking to honor the legacy of Mia Segal is that I don't want to sound too grand, but I'm kind of following in her footsteps. She took Moshe's work and said, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to go on. And it's clearly Feldenkrais method. I'm doing what I learned from her and adding some tweaks that, you know what, I have a feeling if Mia was still around, she would look and she'd say, go for it, Frederick. She loved the stuff that I do. You know, I'm a Caribbean baby raised in Harlem. I have a different perception of a lot of things. And she was really, really into what I was doing. And I think that you'll have a good time with it. So I'm looking forward to being able to share this with practitioners and also with the public. And I'll see you in September.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful, Frederick. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to it. See you soon.